Assalamu alaikum, Dzień dobry. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Konnichiwa, ni hao. Hope you're well. This is Ken at 10. A very good morning to you if you haven't been here before. Well, thank you for joining us. We are James Alexander Estate Agents. I'm Ken, hence we call it Ken at 10. And every day I come on, talk a load of nonsense, then go away again, come back the next day. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. Here in Norbury, which is in southwest London between Streatham and Croydon, if you're wondering. The weather is overcast, as it is most days at the moment. Not raining though, and a little bit chilly. Certainly you can feel that it's Christmas time and getting a bit colder. I always find January and February the worst months for me though. I always think December, I don't know why, I don't expect it in January and February. A couple of things. We've got the St James the Great. We're involved with a local school, as many of you will know. St James the Great, a fantastic primary school locally here that we always sponsor. And we always sponsor a little drawing competition. This year the theme is Santa and key workers, and we've got some beautiful drawings. And normally what we would do is we would put them into our display windows where we normally have houses, and the children will come along and they'll see their designs lit up in our windows, and it's a delight to watch them seeing their designs along the window with their parents. They come along holding their hands and smiling, and it's just the most beautiful thing. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic this year, we couldn't do that. So they kindly put together a video for us with some Santa music and all the different images, which we're going to post on this channel and others. We're going to do that for you. We're just in the process of producing that, and then we're going to pick the winners. But everyone's a winner with JA. We even produce these little badges, which are rather sweet, aren't they? Just so that everybody gets something. Even if you don't win, you've got this little kind of well done thing from us. So that's it on St James Great for now. But you know we love local stuff and local community and things. It's what we do. You know, we very much consider we're kind of hyper local, very much part of the community, supporting the community and wanting to be integral to it, not just another estate agent, another faceless name corporate or whatever. You know, we are independent. One of the things we're proud of is the fact that we support local businesses and local people. And that's St James the Great. Apart from that, teachers and inset days today. Talking about teachers, you probably know that I'm involved with another mat as well, Norbury Manor Business Enterprise College, locally a high school, and the primary school as well at Kensington Ave. And one of the things there is that you know, we're talking now about this inset day that's come along, and it's inconvenienced parents, and that it's the teacher's fault. I think that's so unfair. It's just so unfair. It's not the teacher's fault that the government decided that the inset day should be when it is. Whether it's wrong or right, it is not the teacher's fault. The idea that they're just going out and doing Christmas shopping on this day is ridiculous. Now, these people risk our lives to educate our children in this day and age. And the things they've done through the pandemic, they don't just support children through their education. You know, there are children out there, I've said this before, but genuinely, that don't eat unless their school take care of them. And, you know, we're finding very much that teachers seem to be chastised for no reason. Not happy about that, but there we are. That's my rant over. Brexit, interesting that, isn't it? Boris is going over and going to head the talks. You know, why is he going over? My view is that there is a deal to be done. We hear today that the Northern Irish side, there's some agreement on that. And I think Boris is the sort of guy that wouldn't go unless he felt he was going to come back with a success story. So my guess is that they're going to agree a Brexit deal, which would be great news for the country. Not that I agree that we had to do it in the first place, but now we're there. Let's get a deal and move on. Especially now with the pandemic, it would just be another thing, another reason to be optimistic about next year. You know, now, and lovely to see the vaccines being administered this morning on the news as well, to see some old people. There was an old lady in Croydon getting a vaccine, and, you know, you could see she felt liberated, free to go out again after all these months, see her family, touch her family, you know, just lovely to see. And, you know, great to see that moving on. I think that brings reason for optimism next year as well. But in the meantime, bear in mind, you know, as I said yesterday, the vaccine doesn't, the pandemic crisis, the virus doesn't know we've got a vaccine yet. And if you haven't had it, you're just as vulnerable as you ever would, if not more, not even going to tier 3. Let's hope not. So that's that. And then just about generally, with that coming to an end, hopefully next year, Brexit looking like it's going in the right direction, I do feel like there's good reason for optimism in terms of the general market. I know that hard deadlines never end well in terms of the stamp duty particularly. And everyone's scrambling to get on board now. There are offers coming in thick and fast. They won't all make the deadline, no doubt. You know, we're struggling a lot with some solicitors, some that I've had massive frustrations with. But my advice to you, if you're a vendor, be very careful of what you decide to do in terms of when you're selling. One of the big problems is, do I sell and then buy? Do I sell and then move out and then buy somewhere subsequently? And a lot of people say, oh, you know, if we get a good buyer, then we'll just vacate. And I always say to my clients, be very, very careful. If you say this, you need to understand the consequences and really mean it. We're in a chain at the moment with another estate agent, and what's happened is that the agent has now come back and said, oh, our vendors have found the property. And we're like, hang on a minute, your client said that they were giving vacant possession and going out to rent if necessary. Now all of a sudden we're in a chain with you. We better tell our vendors that. And our vendors are quite rightly shocked by this. And so, you know, we're now in a different position. And what's happened is the vendors have moved the goalposts, and that is seen as unreasonable by buyers and is likely to put a sale in jeopardy. So whatever you do, if you're going to give vacant possession, make sure you consider it carefully first. Now, there are all sorts of reasons why you might not want to do that. Storage is expensive and difficult to get. Short-term rental is extremely hard to get and very expensive if you can find it. And family, you may consider you're more of an imposition than you thought. When it comes down to it, you know, when you think about, do I really want to live with my son or daughter or whatever it is? So what I would say is, if you're going to give vacant possession, think very carefully before saying that. And if you say it, mean it, because that's what's needed right now. And, you know, we're in this situation right now where the agents actually said to me, oh, well, it was never guaranteed that our clients would give vacant possession. And it's like, yeah, but they said they would, and now they're saying they wouldn't. That's a moving of the goalposts, and very frustrating for our clients. So that's a bit of a frustration. Another rant over for the day. If you think you're going to give vacant possession, make sure that you really want to. I'm not saying you have to. You don't. You know, just be honest. The most important thing in any transaction is transparency on both sides. You know, if you're going to give vacant possession, say so. If you're not, or you're not sure, do not say so until you are sure. And then when you've made that decision, then disclose. But whatever you do, don't say I'm going to, and then suddenly renege on that, because that's just a recipe for disaster, especially at the moment. So that's it. Apart from that, we're looking forward to a busy day today. Lots of things going on with property lettings today. Lettings is as busy as ever, actually. It's quite surprising how many things are being rented and moving on right now in December. Normally in December, it's much quieter, but of course, because of the pandemic, everything's a little bit different, isn't it? So yeah, we're looking forward to producing that video for you, showing you the St James the Great drawings. We're going to pick some winners as well. We've got some bigger trophies for them. Just wait for those to come through, and we'll show you those in the video as soon as we can. Apart from that, hope you have a fantastic day. Your family stays safe, and we will see you same time, same place tomorrow. Take care.